Good morning, students. I welcome you all to the economic classes. Today, our topic is GDP at current year price. That means nominal GDP and GDP at base year price. That means real GDP. Nominal GDP. GDP means we have already learned in previous classes. GDP, gross domestic product. Gross domestic product means the market value of all final goods and services produced in the domestic territory of a country during an accounting year. I repeat again, the market value of all final goods and services produced in the domestic territory of a country during an accounting year. Then we discuss what is nominal GDP. That market value is depend on the current year price. That means what is nominal GDP? Same definition. The market value of all final goods and services produced in the domestic territory of a country during an accounting year estimated at the current year price. So nominal GDP is calculated current year price. So GDP current year price or nominal GDP is equal to quantity produced Q multiplied by P. What is Q and what is P? Q is quantity of output produced in the domestic territory domestic territory in an accounting year. P means price of the output or unit of output at current year. Here GDP nominal or nominal GDP is the multiplication of Q and P. Both are changeable. If output increases, then nominal GDP increases. If price of the commodity increases, then nominal GDP increases. Either increase in price of the output or a price of the commodity or quantity of output bring increase in nominal GDP. मतलब both. If quantity increases, then nominal GDP increases. If price increases, nominal GDP increases. Suppose you take an example. suppose in an economy only one commodity is produced, that means wheat. Uh, in 2011-12 financial year, the amount of wheat produced 500 ton, and the price of that 500 price of 1 ton of wheat is 2000 rupees. So what is the GDP? 2 multiplied by 5 is 10. Uh, then 2030, that is 50. Is it clear? 5 2s are 10, 3020, that is 50. That means 10 lakh. That is the nominal GDP of that year, 2011-12 accounting year. Suppose we discuss 2019-20, same, we suppose wheat is produced and that amount is same 500 tons and the price is 3000. That means total 15 lakh. There is no increase in output. There is no increase in output, but nominal GDP increases. In certain cases arises, if output also decreases, nominal GDP increases. So, nominal GDP is not the real indicator of welfare. Increase in nominal GDP does not refer that welfare increases, output increases. Next, we discuss real GDP. Next, we come to the real GDP. What is real GDP? Real GDP means uh, real GDP, the market value of all final goods and services produced in the domestic territory in an accounting year, estimated at the base year price. A base year is taken for the calculation of real GDP. Now the base year is 2011-12 is the base year. Here the real GDP is P Q multiplied by P, and here P is constant because quantity is changeable. Quantity is the unit of output produced during the accounting year. Here quantity Q is the quantity of output produced in the domestic territory, in the domestic territory in in a in a accounting during sorry during an accounting year. P is the price of unit of output at the base year. That means here P star is constant. That means price is constant. Base year price is constant. We take that price. But the current quantity. If P is constant, Q is directly proportional to GDP. If quantity increases, GDP increases. If quantity decreases, then real GDP decreases. So this is a good indicator of welfare. Why? If GDP increases, that means output increases, then the share of each individual for the output is also increases. So real GDP is a good indicator of welfare in comparison to nominal GDP. Uh, we discuss how to find out the uh, real GDP. Real GDP. Suppose we assume that in the economy, in the whole economy, one commodity is produced, that is wheat, and in 2011-12, total quantity produced, that is uh, two 200 tons, and price at that time is 500 per ton, 500 rupees per tons. So total GDP is 500 into 200. That means 1, 2, 3, 4. That means GDP is 1 lakh. For this year, suppose same, that is a financial year or accounting year 2019-20, same wheat, 300 tons are produced, and the price is same, 500 rupees. That means 1,50,000. Quantity taken for the current year or accounting year, and price is taken for the base year. Here quantity increases, so real GDP increases. Quantity increases means share for each individual will increase. It leads to social welfare. So real GDP is a better indicator in comparison to the nominal GDP in case of social welfare. In this chapter, we get two questions. Uh, One is what is the difference between two questions? One is a difference between a real GDP and nominal GDP. Nominal GDP. Then question two, which is the better indicator for social welfare, real GDP or nominal GDP? Give reason. This concept we get two questions. What is the difference between real GDP and nominal GDP? And the second question, which is the better indicator for social welfare, real GDP or nominal GDP? Give reason. Thank you. And we will discuss the second, what is GDP deflator, in the next lesson.